According to the National Retail Federation, 121 million people will shop online this Cyber Monday, and that obviously makes for a very busy day for shippers like FedEx. Joining me from FedEx's world headquarters in Memphis is Patrick Fitzgerald, Senior VP with FedEx Services. Good to see you, Patrick.
Thanks for having me.
So FedEx is predicting yet another record-breaking year in terms of holiday shipping. What will you see not just on Cyber Monday, but through the rest of the holiday season?
Well, that really is a key distinction because the trends have been shifting so that we see the surge across the whole holiday season from Black Friday all the way till Christmas Eve. This year we're expecting 317 million packages, which is a 12.4% increase just over last year.
And that is due, I would assume, to more people shopping online, or something else?
Yeah, e-commerce is really driving it. If you look back just 8 years ago, our busiest days during the holidays compared to the busiest days this season, we're expecting to be double what they were 8 years ago, and that's directly attributed to the rise of e-commerce.
So how far in advance does FedEx start prepping for the increased holiday volume?
It's literally year-round because it's a relatively small number of retailers and e-tailers that drive this surge. So we work with them year-round to understand what they're expecting, and that can be the types of products they'll be shipping, the timing within the peak season. So if they're expecting a major promotion or new product launch that last week before Christmas, we need to know that the type of product would really affect the size, and the profile of the package affects how we sort it to be able to provide outstanding service. And the more information we can have, and we work with them throughout the year to understand that so that we can get our people and our resources in place to meet their needs.
So I would assume that's companies like Amazon then you're speaking with.
That's one of them, yes.
And in terms of hiring, how much do you hire for this season, and is your hiring spiking too this year?
So yes, it is. We're adding 55,000 seasonal positions this year. That's up from 50,000 last year. And one of the great things about FedEx and our seasonal hiring is we are growing year-round. So many of those positions will turn into full-time positions for those seasonal workers that can start with us during the peak season and then stay through and potentially start a career.
So it sounds like there's a lot of preparation that goes on, and you go into the season ready, but how do you deal with the things you can't control? Things like severe weather that might delay shipments, for instance.
Well, we certainly can't control it, but we can prepare for it. So we have, here at our Global Operations Control Center in Memphis, we have 15 world-class meteorologists that are watching weather year-round. In particular, during the winter season, we've had 2 very difficult winters, these last 2, and we've relied on those meteorologists to watch those storm systems and help us prepare, because then we can make moves. We can move aircraft, for example, to different hubs and route it around weather. And another key advantage for us is that we run separate air and ground networks. So if there's some sort of weather event like an ice storm that affects aircraft in particular, our ground system can still run on time with full service without being affected because of the separate networks that we operate.
So what's the biggest challenge that you face this season?
I think the biggest challenge really is just the increase in volume. So when you talk about the busiest days that we'll have during our peak season, it's more than double our average daily volume. So to be able to flex our networks to handle that much of an increase in volume requires significant planning, and we really need to know as much as we can about the volume that's going to be coming through so we can have the people and the resources in place, because we're protecting not only the service we provide to those seasonal shippers, but to our customers, our year-round customers that don't necessarily increase during the peak holiday season, but we still are committed to providing them outstanding service year-round, even when these challenging conditions are in place.
Patrick Fitzgerald from FedEx, thanks so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.